Hey everyone, and welcome to another SimCity challenge video. Hope you're all having a great day, and oh boy, this one is going to be really difficult because I am going to be shooting for the 1 million population. I got close with the last one when I got 930k, and I really think that I can do it. So I do want to use map 492. I think it's supposed to be the 5th best one, not this 492 though, so you know how we do it. You just go to the other one and then, and then you get the one you want. So, yeah, there's 2 versions of each number, so let's do this. And we're going to name our city Legacy. And we're just going to do easy mode this time. Okay, so this map has 16% water, 1903. I think it's the 5th best map from what I researched. So yeah, this looks like a pretty good map. I think I actually will try to put my power plants here in the northeast corner, but I'm actually going to start the city down in the southeast corner. And it doesn't really matter too much where you start, I don't think, but I normally start in the northwest corner, but we'll mix it up. So I placed 14 industrial zones just to start us off here, and they only need 1 piece of road or rail, so we'll just do the minimum for now. Police station also, in order for maximum effectiveness, it needs 1 piece. And that reminds me, let's go ahead and lower the coverage, lower the funding for now, since we don't have any population, although we will increase it later. Make sure they're connected to power, of course. Okay, and then we're going to place our first gift. This point right here is 12 points up from the south, and then 12 points from the eastern border. So this is the southeast corner of the gift because it's the southeast corner of the map. So what we'll do is we will place our donut. This will maximize the effectiveness. If you place the gift even 1 tile over on either side or up or down, it may not deliver the maximum effectiveness. The way we have it set up though, all of the land value of this will be all maximal, and so the zones will all maximize. Land value is super important. And then this is 12 points from this one, and this will be where the next one goes. Okay, and then we're going to place 1 more. Now, for right now, I'm not going to be zone stacking, but I will definitely probably most of the donuts, because here's the thing. 4 R tops or C tops is what you'll get normally doing it this way, which is 7680 population, I think. But if you do, you can actually fit 12 if you zone stack 12 R4s or C5s in there, and each R4 or C5 has 800 population, and 12 times 800 is 9600. So almost 2000 more population if you do it that way. So definitely is, it's not going to be as pretty, but it will be more efficient, I think. Okay, so I think this is our layout for now. So I'm not putting anything below these residential zones because I actually am going to keep them from developing very far, I think, because of plans I have later on for that bottom row and also for this right row as well. But I think I got 10 commercial zones and 14 industrial. I think that's a pretty decent ratio. So let's just set this in motion and see how it goes. Probably need to connect y'all to power. Y'all probably would like that. And also give everybody some valid destinations here. At least these top zones, they're the ones that I want right now to develop. And yay, we hit town. Very nice. But easy milestone. Long way to go to reach 1 million. Okay, and I know exactly where we're going to place our house. It won't be given the benefits yet until we reach the next level city, but go ahead and place it anyway. I want to keep these outer zones from developing. Okay, so I think I'm going to put a zone in here. And then once this develops, I can actually put my stadium in. And I keep getting this weird glitch tile. I don't remember ever seeing it until recently, and now I've been seeing it all the time. Oh, we already hit city. It's pretty quick. So now all these zones around our house, they should all become highs. Well, they already are anyway. And good, our commercial zones are highs. That's very nice. Okay, so let's put our stadium in here. Okay, and now make this smaller. So I think that will work now. And the stadium should count as a valid destination. Already got a hospital. Okay, so 800 for the first year. That 760 about. But we're going to raise our police coverage so we won't quite get that much. Because I bet crime is starting to get pretty bad. Actually, crime was not too bad. At least yet. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start planning out the zone second of the industrial zones. I'm going to start planning that out. And this middle zone is not a high. But maybe it will change. Could get rid of the train track and that would change it. It only needs one piece. But that will hurt these residential zones temporarily. Okay, we already got the bank offer. Very nice. Sounds like a deal. Yes, totally. Let's put the bank right there. And then should get a zoo soon. We'll put it right here. Okay, so we're not going to be taking out a loan. Yeah, that school is kind of in my way, so I will need schools and hospitals, but not right now. Well, not in this place, you know. Oh, and there's our zoo. We'll place it right here. This hospital I'm going to leave because it's not really in my way at the moment. So I go through this process, though, of placing the parks and stuff so that I can try to squeeze in as many zones as I can. And I need 4 rows so that I can get 2 rows of industrial in here without having a lot of it, without having high pollution. I'll actually leave that school for now. Okay, very good. 1,393. So that's a decent amount of income. This zone here should be a high, but I think it was maxed before I placed it. Before I put the zoo in. And I'm hoping these become C-tops, but need to build industry up. Hopefully it'll pull everything upward. Okay, good. That became a school. Very nice. I actually don't mind it if they do it in the donuts right now. Nice, we got a C-top. RCI is kind of messed up usually for the first couple of years. I'm going to replace a couple of those industrial zones over here. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and raise our fire department funding. So yeah, I just squeeze the zones in like this. Oh wow, crime is really bad right now. We will take care of that though. Finally got a C-top here, so now I can give these residential zones valid destination. I can connect it. Okay, good. Over $2,000 now. Okay, so I'm really waiting on this to become a C-top before I finish this row all the way up to where I got it. But it looks like we are ready now to start plugging in our industrial zones. So I'm going to delete all of these because these were just temporary, and we're going to squeeze them all in here. And I'll show you the process for that. Most of this video probably is just going to be sped up, so I do hope that y'all enjoy the music and the time lapse and everything, but you can see a lot of the strategies and stuff in my prior videos. I explain quite a bit. It's just gonna be the same stuff, you know, zone stack like a row like this to get my industrial in, and then we'll probably do something pretty similar with the residential and the commercial, and you know, gift placement also very important. But we're just gonna be following that same strategy for the rest of the city, and we'll just kind of see how this goes. So if a disaster happens, because I'm not using any cheats, so if a disaster happens, I'll obviously bring that up. You'll see it, and I'll slow it down and we'll deal with that. But or if anything other significant happens, like if we get a gift. So this is how I put in the industrial zones. So I just kind of bulldoze the residential zones that were there, and we put in the industrial. And the way that we will be doing this, we'll not only cram in a lot of industrial zones, but the pollution from them will be pretty low. And as they start developing, I'm going to be destroying these. Yeah, I just placed 10 down, and I only had 15. I had 15, I think. The industry already going down before these even developed. And one thing I can do, because I really don't want my commercial to go down, is lower taxes. I do need the money real bad right now, but I got to get this RCI fixed. Oh, crime. We will deal with the crime. Well, I lost this C-top. It sucks that the commercial demand still isn't coming up. I guess because when I destroyed those residential to replace the industrial, that knocked off enough of the population to really mess up the RCI. Man, maybe this wasn't the best design. Every time I work on this, the freaking power disconnects. I think we have enough schools and hospitals for, yep, there we go. Amusement park or casino. So yeah, we'll do like 3 amusement parks and 2 casinos in the city. Oh, and we got a library for 3 schools. So we can place our amusement park starting here from the northwest corner of this skid. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I always start with a multiple of 4, and that'd be the northwest corner of that amusement park. Now for this part though, sadly, I think I'm gonna have to, even though this R-top here doesn't need a valid destination anymore, the donut up here will, sadly. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, dang, I hate to do it, but I have to get rid of that. I just don't see any other way. So we'll have 9 blocks basically between this library and the house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, 9 tiles between them. And this should enable me to get the donut going on around it. Okay, so since these industrial zones have fully developed down here, I can actually show y'all what we do with that. So, and oh my goodness, crime is really high, but we're about to take care of that, I think. So, look at pollution right now. Pollution is really high over here, and it was even high with these zones. But it's about to be, there's going to be no orange when we do this. At least in this far southeast corner. And I think we can also put a police station down here. You got to be careful though, because you don't want to put it in the wrong spot, because then otherwise these zones can go back to full size. But basically with these roads in here like this, these zones are locked in. They cannot change, and also they are smaller. So watch the pollution go down in the southeast. Yeah, look at that. Just yellow now, no orange. Crime is also quite a bit lower too. Still high though. Gotta start planning for the seaport, I figure. Okay, well, I got the money for the seaport a little bit late. I was hoping to get it before that stupid message popped up. But no such luck. Oh, there's our ship. So yeah, now we're just gonna save up for the airport. Wow, this changed to upper. It's a little unexpected. Okay, nice. We got the windmill gift. I think that's if you have so many developed zones. How many developed zones do we have? Let's see. 150. Yeah, it must be for 150 developed zones. And then you get another one later on for quite a few more. Oh man, I barely have 10,000. Lower that just a little bit for now. I don't know how good of a place this would be for the airport. It's a little close to the seaport. Okay, expo gift, we'll worry about that later. Yeah, I gotta have a little money left over to do what I need to do. Okay, and then yeah, we are bad. Okay, you gotta make sure there's not any random fires. It's weird, it didn't seem to happen this time. Okay, I want it to burn, this airport. Okay, so far so good. Oh, good, good. Random fires anywhere? Don't see any. Oh yeah, get rid of that power line. So yeah, the reason I'm doing this is not because I'm just evil. It's because I need the airport to be one piece. That way, well, it takes up less of the map instead of 36 pieces. Oh, this built back. Well, that ain't good. Fire maybe will burn it. But yeah, also that's gonna mean way less pollution as well. So the airport normally has like a red dot of pollution. Yeah, it actually still does, but that could be because of the fire. Good, thank you. All of it's burnt now, so. Alright, I think I can raise this back to 100. And let's see if we can raise the taxes to 7%. Maybe we have our RCI balanced enough. We'll put the expo right here. Should be 9 spaces between again. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay, and then this is where our windmills are gonna go. So yeah, I think let's go ahead and do some more industrial. Not very many though. Alright, we hit capital. So we're probably gonna be here a little while. Okay, nice. Getting over 3,000 a year now. We will be needing another power plant soon. Already need a power plant. I was not expecting it that soon. Well, the seaport, it doesn't really have to have power. Or this amusement park, really. Not sure why this one went up to C5. I mean, I know it's kind of close to the house, but all the pollution. Disconnect them from power until I get this new power plant sorted out. Okay, so our power plant should go in here. And we have enough money now. Sweet. And we made it really small. Alright, so since I now have my power plants and stuff, and we got our airport and seaport, I'm actually gonna help us get a lot more money faster by building 5,000 kilometers, or 50 kilometers of road, 5,000, true. So we probably don't have that much right now. Yeah, we have 4.4 kilometers. So we need basically 46, which will be 4,600 kilometers, or $4,600 worth of roads, which I think when I get down to $1,100, we should be good. I think that should be enough. I think, if I did the math correctly. Yay, there we go. Yep, we can start placing these two. So let's do this one from the southwest corner. Yep, there's another one. So yeah, we'll do our 12-12 from the southwest. So 1, 2. Oh, yep, and there's the third one. And now we can still get one more of those, but we need 10 total hospitals and schools, which we have 8 right now. So we're really close to getting the last one of those. And then, of course, I need 9 schools to get 2 more libraries for 6 and 9. So yeah, we're still going to leave the schools and hospitals for a bit longer. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, that right there will be the southwest corner of this casino. So yep. And then we'll do the amusement park 12 over from that. Start with the number 4 and then go to 16. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, y'all say how I do this. I think I could probably just fast forward through the rest of it. That should be the optimal spot though for that. Oh, and I also have to delete those roads. So how about we put this other casino up here? Get rid of these roads. Why is there traffic here? Like what? Is it because it's on the corner of the map? Maybe? Traffic connecting to another city? I don't know. Alright, and this is the northwest corner. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that should work for this. And that was the northwest corner of the casino. Okay, nice. We're getting over 4,000 now with all that special income. And I'm not sure. I think I had a hospital or something up here and it changed back for some reason, because I'm not sure why that's an R-top now. Nice, we got it. I can't remember what was next. I think another amusement park. So I think after that, that's all the amusement park and casinos I can get. So I can actually get rid of the hospitals. Although I will have one hospital in my city at all times, I think. Okay, so that is 12 from the top and from this side, so that would be the northeast corner of the gift. So we'll place it right there. Put a PlayStation temporarily right here. So crime was so bad that it was really killing our land value. It went up a lot after I lowered the crime. I noticed the gift squares were orange instead of red. power plant now. Love it when the house is just immediately rebuilt back. Okay, well, I need 4 more schools. That is a lot. The ones I have are kind of in my way right now. Place a bunch of random zones and see if I can get a few schools. How did I know that was going to happen? I don't think I should have deleted those hospitals earlier because I got hospitals, but I got no schools from any of that. Now the hospitals are just catching back up. There we go, we got the second library. Yep, 9 spaces between those. Yep, the hospitals have surpassed the schools. And I had only been down to 1 of them, but I need 3 more schools. There we go, finally. Oh my heavens. Now I can finally get to what I was working on. Man, so we got all of these. Look at all the zones I built just to get 9 schools, which I already had like 5 of them, I think. Okay, we'll put the library over from this casino. Oops. Well, I messed that up. Yeah, we'll put it right here. Alright, we hit Metropolis. It's taking quite a while with all the zone stacking, but we're getting there. Place headquarters, nice. Alright, so I actually got this area fixed down here, and I figured out where the remaining gifts are all going to go. Well, I just figured out where all the gifts are going to go, and I just did this, kind of designate and plan out ahead of time, that way to make sure I put the gifts in all the best spots that I can. Alright, got us another windmill. I think our second one. So how about we put that on the west side of the city? Also, I had rerouted the ship in the earlier as well with the power lines. That's what I was doing. So now it actually comes up here on this side of the river. I think it's pretty cool that you can do that. I have a whole video on that if you're interested. First landfill offer, but we have a lot of land left at 200k still. So yeah, we've really only developed just this little part. The rest of this is just temporary zone for what will be industrial eventually. trying some zone stacking of residential zones. So the idea is similar to how I've been doing with the industrial zones. I would do a row. I'm actually doing 3 here, and the middle ones are the ones I'm going to keep. Well, I actually may try to develop the bottom ones as well, but when I delete these top ones, I can actually lock these in. I can actually make them smaller, just like I've been doing with the industrial zones, and that way I can fully develop them. Also, add a few more parks in here too, so hopefully that will help. Wow, 73% approval rating. I think that's the highest I've seen for this city. The housing costs. Alright, so we got this whole entire middle row completely developed. So here's what we're going to do. Just bulldoze the top, and I think if we place a rail like every 3 spaces, I think every zone should be locked in, kind of like what we do with the industrial. And these commercial zones were just temporary as valid destinations. See if this landfill works here. Alright, so I think I'm going to work on getting my 2 train stations. I only have 17.5 kilometers of rail, but I need 50 for the first train station and 200 for the second. So that would be pretty much 183 kilometers, which I think is $36,600. So let's just say 37,000. So yeah, once I get down to 260,000, then I should have enough, hopefully. Alrighty, I think that should be enough. Let's see. Alright, yay, there's our first train station for 50 kilometers, but we should get a second one. Oh, 199.6, wow. I ended up being just a little shy of it. That should definitely be enough. And we'll put it over here, I think. And we'll put the water fountain right there, so just south of the water fountain. For the 50th anniversary, we got that beautiful water fountain. And yay, there's our other train station. And then I have to delete all these. So yeah, I put the second one right here, just south of this casino in the northwest corner. Finally, I got this to come up to a C4. Man, that took forever. I think adding all these zones up here really helped quite a bit. And plus, getting rid of the crime increased the land value just enough. Yeah, it's a little bit of a light green speck there, which is what you need for a level 4, I think. I think our final police headquarters. Actually, could go ahead and place this down. Okay, I have to give up on this commercial zone. There's nothing I can seem to do to get it to go up to level 4. So I guess from here on out, probably level 2 or 3 will be the best I can get, at least in this northeast corner. We'll see. Maybe if it was closer to the train station, it would have, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, we got our first fire department headquarters for our 6th fire department. I think one should definitely go here because we have a lot of gifts over here. Well, we are 1/3 of the way to 1 million at about 335k population. And it looks like we've only used maybe around 1/3, because we haven't quite finished with this area yet. We have all this. This hasn't really been developed. This over here, this left half is bigger than the right half. Maybe we could do it. Figure out lower taxes to 4% because we're getting way more than enough income at this point, and keep our RCI maxed. That way I can just throw these industrials down and get these areas developed quicker. Changing the strategy up here a little bit, and so far it seems to be working pretty good, where I'm trying to get residential on these really low land value areas on the edge right by the industrial versus the commercial, which are struggling to get above C3 now. So if I can actually get R4s like I did here, an R4 is even better than a C4, because the R4 has 800 population, a C4 has only 640, just like an industrial zone. So yeah, if I can get R4s, that will be even better. And I probably should have been doing this earlier, actually, in retrospect, but I don't think I'm going to go back and redo it. So let's just hope that it doesn't hurt us too much in the end. One good thing about the commercial zones, though, is at least they won't fluctuate. Especially these C5s, like they are the same as R4, and I do have a lot of C5s as well. I'm having to do some really creative stuff to get these zones to develop. Valid destinations and stuff. Well, housing costs has really come down with all this very low land value that we're developing with residential zones. Okay, I think this will be, we're gonna keep this hospital. It's very special. Okay, good. With this commercial becoming a C3 mid, I think we're pretty much about done with this area. I just got to develop these last few zones here. Yeah, our approval rating and housing costs both much better now. Very good. 71% and only 11% housing costs. got our next landfill. I think we've only used one of them. We got 3 in reserve. Not sure where to put them yet. So yeah, we just hit 400K, and pretty much the northeast corner is done. I'm trying to do all the corners first. We're just waiting on this zone to finish, but it should. And the southeast corner is done. That's where we started. And now I'm going to work on the northwest corner, I guess, because I think the corners are going to be the hardest to develop. That's my thinking. Because you actually see these green squares, dark green squares in the middle of the gift squares. That is where your land value is just going to be, like, even stuff that you previously got developed is going to really struggle. So unless it was a commercial zone, it should stay stable. But yeah, like here we have this residential zone right in the middle, so it keeps fluctuating. And here we got a bunch of random stuff, but school and PlayStation. So far I haven't really seen those fluctuate. And then up here we got this residential zone and these residential zones, but most of these are locked in and cannot fluctuate because I put the rails inside them. It doesn't look very pretty, but it'll work, hopefully.
Yeah.
Lower taxes to 3% because I just added a whole bunch of industrial. I just realized I don't think I've done the 3 stadiums yet for the zoo, for the extra zoo. Oh wow, I usually always get the dome stadium. Yay, there we go. So the zoo, I guess I'll place it right here. Alright, finally got this one maxed. Got really close to residential. We really did have to lower the taxes. I'm surprised 3% was even low enough.
Yeah.
changing this to a C-top instead so that I can get a little extra parking here to try to keep this land value from completely dying. I already had to delete a zone in here that I had. Oh, and we're also going to lower taxes to 2% because I got to get these industries all developed. And plus, we have way more money than we need. Actually getting close to the max. Here in 2088, I figure this graph would be pretty interesting to look at because look at this, industry almost has caught up to residential. That's crazy. Like, I don't think I've done that very many times. And if you look at the 120 years going back to like 1968, I guess, you can actually see that we kept everything pretty well balanced up until I'd say 2025, 2030. And then I'm really trying to get these outer parts developed first because I know they're going to be the hardest. And so I need to just go ahead and get the industry developed as soon as possible and then squeeze my residentials in there and slowly get them developed. After that, I think it will go a lot smoother, and actually commerce will eventually catch and surpass industry, I think. And of course residential will end way higher. But right now, this is an interesting look for the graph. So yeah, you can see this on the map as well. As we near 500k, you can see there actually isn't much more room for industry left. So yeah, it won't be growing very much more, I don't think. And then it'll be all residential and commercial. Oh, another landfill. I'm actually full on those. 450k. Oh, I'm actually gonna have to lower taxes to 1%. Yeah, industry's just going up too much at once. Might even have to go down to 0. We'll see. Yeah, it actually has passed residential. Yeah, we're gonna do 0% for a little bit. It's a good thing that my budget's so well. I bet that hospital's doing really good right now. Okay, I think I have all these industrial locked in properly, so I'm going to raise taxes back to 2%. That way we can just, accumulate more, and then I can lower them again when I need to. is freaking so difficult. Just get this freaking zone to finally go up. Landfill here, and we'll see if it works. Should, I would think. Well, if everybody that should get our second fire department headquarters. Yay, there we go. And then all we have is that, as one more of those, and then the Mario statue. Awesome, that became a seat-top. Very nice. I figured it probably would. Okay, so now I'm focusing on the areas between the donuts, at least where I have actually got the residential next to the industrial. I can't really continue here yet because I haven't done the industrial or the residential beside them yet, but in the corners I can. And I know that the land value is going to be the worst, like right here. Once everything's developed, it's going to be really bad right in the middle. So I will definitely lock these zones in. I think I'm just going to lock all these in anyway, because I'm not sure once the full map is developed. We'll just make sure they're all good and locked in. Okay, and then once I get both of these first zones developed, which is quite a bit easier than getting these ones right by the industrial zones, I can do this. And the nice thing about this is I think that these rails that I'm putting will act as transportation for these zones that are in the donut. So it really is quite an excellent design that I just kind of came up with out of nowhere. Like, as I play this game, I feel like I come up with more and more different unique strategies. It's crazy. But yeah, I think this should be pretty efficient. We'll see though. I don't know if this is going to work, but I just realized if I keep the rail right here to lock these in, this zone will never fully develop because it's going to use these rails and then it wouldn't have a valid destination. So I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to find out. It looks like it's working because they would have definitely gone down by this point, I think. Okay, well, I learned something new. So you don't even have to use a rotor rail to lock a zone in. Power lines will work, which could actually be even better because you don't have to worry about confusing valid destinations for some zones, you know. Alright, we hit Megalopolis, heck yeah. So we actually do have quite a bit more room for growth. So our goal is to actually reach 1 million. So we are halfway there and our industrial demand is actually coming back up too, since we've been developing a lot of residential and commercial. So yeah, we still have, I feel like we have maybe over half land left, really. And we really haven't even developed any of these donuts here. I mean, we got some zones around them, but can't really even count that. It's not going to be any population. So yeah, I feel like we're on good track. And we even have a little bit of land still on the eastern side, and we have this island here, or peninsula. Alright, and we get our Mario statue. So that leaves us, I think I want to put it over here. And we'll save the last fire department headquarters for this area, because I'll probably develop this area way later, since it's not really on a corner. So let's put Mario right here. I like that little jingle. hit 600K. And we have become a great mayor. Thank you, Dr. Wrights. I didn't know there were multiple of y'all. However, we still have a long way to go. Yes, we hit 600K, which is basically the goal of this game. You know, after this, you don't really have any more milestones that the game wants you to achieve. But we are planning to go much further than that, because even though we hit 600K, we still have a lot of room left. I'm really hoping that we can reach 1 million and surpass it, but we'll see. Wow, 80% approval rating, that's crazy. But housing costs is rearing its head again. raise taxes back to 2%. See what happens. Put our last industrial zones up here. I don't think I'm going to be adding more after that. And you can see from the graph here, since the last time we looked at it, which was I think in 2088, when industry actually was even with residential, which is crazy, you can actually see the gap has widened again, and it'll just continue to widen, and commerce will eventually pass it. Well, I messed this up, so I guess I will have to extend over the donut a bit so I can get a piece of rail in there. Okay, this really bothers me, and I don't want to end up extending, like moving this zone completely over. It messes everything up. So I think, oh man, as painful as it is, I think I'm going to redo this. I don't know what I did here. Like, why did I do this differently? Because ordinarily, yeah, all of them lined up perfectly. Like this one lines up perfectly, this one lines up perfectly, so that everybody can get rail. But on this one, I don't even remember what I did here. What was I thinking? Like, was I on crack or something? I don't even know. Anyway, I gotta fix it. So that really sucks. Yeah, gotta redo all these zones, I think. We hit 700K, so let's have a checkup on the map here. So I think we still have quite a bit more room, way more than what I had, I think, in my city that I reached 930K on. So I think we're doing pretty good. Hope. Dang, 84%. I think that's the highest I've seen. Complaining about pollution, though, really? I think our pollution's high in this city, and I think it's as high as it's going to be. Yeah, not high at all. And not really high according to the graph either. And commerce is finally about to catch industry. Alright, nice. We got a sea top out of that landfill there. Very beautiful. Okay, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go through with this, but it actually worked. I wasn't 100% sure it was going to. I'm not crazy about how it really shrunk the river so much, but I don't know. Like, it's really narrow, but the ship still can go by it. I mean, it's a little thing. I might as well stick with it. Oh, wow. Flood. Okay, it's a little surprise. I think this is the first disaster we've had, except the plane crash and shipwreck. Yeah, wow, okay. Shouldn't do anything, though. Pretty far away from where we are building. I can't get this zone up to level 4 no matter what I try, so we are just going to leave it at level 3, I guess. Originally, I had, I was going to use a residential here, but it was just going to be a fluctuating zone unless I locked it in, and I didn't really want to lock it in, so we're just going to stick with the level 3, I guess, which sucks, but I can't really, no matter how many parks I put in here, this does not want to come up to level 4, or definitely not level 5. Well, I can't get any road or rail to this one, I don't think. So I guess I'll just change it to a police station. There's a little bit of crime along this area. We hit 800K September 2028, and we're finally starting to get pretty low on land, I think, but we still have a decent amount. But it's starting to all come together, I think. We still got a decent amount of land here, and then a lot of land here and here, but a little bit here. Still thinking we're on good track. And let's check it, the boys. 75% approval, pretty good. And we've been averaging around 1,000 to 3,000 a year, I would say, on growth. It's been very slow with all the meticulous zone stacking. amount of industrial and commercial is actually equal right now. So it took a little while, but we finally got them the same amount. But commerce has surpassed industry. But yeah, it's going to continue going way higher until we finish. Oh crap, was not expecting that. Oh, and of course that's right near my gift donut too. Oh man, I hope I don't lose this residential zone. God, I hope that fire department headquarters works, because I won't be able to get this zone back if I lose it. Let's see. Okay, whew, dodged a bullet there. Get power to the airport and get the airplane. But I think I can actually avoid plane crashes if I don't let the helicopter spawn. Okay, so we got the airplane. The airplane has spawned and we don't have the helicopter, and I don't think the helicopter should spawn because we disconnected the airport before it could spawn. So we shouldn't have any plane crashes, but we'll see, I guess. Maybe we will. Still doing pretty good. 84% approval. I'm gonna let this be a hospital. That's what it gets for being a fluctuating mid. It gets to become a hospital. Should be the last fire department we need for our final gift. Well, besides landfills. Yep, there we go. Fire department headquarters. So, yep, we're going to put that bad mama right here. At least I hope this is the right spot. Let me make sure. It's been so long since I've done this. So, from the large part, yeah, 32, starting at the number 4. So, should be fine. Sweet. Figure I probably should try to develop these now instead of waiting until I get all the center done. Like I really could have probably done these way earlier, but they'll be harder to develop, you know, once all the centers developed, because the land value on the outside will be lower then. Okay, so people have been complaining about pollution. It's been consistently above, well, not consistently, but above 23. It's at 23% right now. And according to the graph, pollution isn't that high. However, I think I have an idea to lower the pollution, because I think the game goes by the pollution average of where pollution actually occurs on the map. So since the only pollution we have is from the industrial zones, all that is factored in on the pollution is this right here from the airport and seaport, and then all the industrial zones. But I think if we actually add some roads and get some traffic, that will lower the average pollution. So we're actually going to replace some of these roads, or some of these rails, with road, and just see what happens, kind of as an experiment here. Okay, so I tried to avoid doing it near industrial zones or in places where the zones wouldn't be locked in. So like, I think right here, I didn't want to do this because it's kind of close to the industrial zones. There's a decent gap between the gifts and the land value would be pretty horrible here normally. So this zone probably would really struggle to do that. And I think it's the only one that's not locked in here. So let's see if the average pollution comes down. It should, because I think that's what it does. I think it doesn't really go off the cumulative pollution. I think it goes off the average across the whole city. Alright, so let's look at pollution here. So yeah, on the, let's see, 10-year graph. Notice, yeah, on the 10-year graph you can see it dropped quite significantly. And let's see about voice. Wow, it went from 23% to 13% complaining about it. So that's a pretty huge drop. So yeah, it seems like roads can be useful despite adding pollution as long as they're like a couple pieces, because it doesn't really add much pollution then. Land value isn't really being hurt too much, not significantly I don't think. But it doesn't really matter that much anyway in a lot of these places because I already have the zones locked in. Like all these zones are locked in as long as I keep the something in it. But I wouldn't want to put a road here because this is just too long of a stretch. That'd be too much traffic. But 2 or 3 pieces seems to be okay. Wow, pollution went all the way down to 7% just in the next year. Let's look at it on the graph again. Yeah, came down quite a bit lower, almost as low to the crime level. So yeah, the roads do make a little bit of a difference because the game doesn't go off cumulative pollution, but it goes off average pollution. But still, rails are generally better than roads, I would say. But in situations like this where the zones are already locked in, I think it's okay to change them back to roads, some of them. We hit 900K and still have a lot of room to grow. So yeah, looks like I need a couple police stations here and also here. But yeah, we still have a lot of room to grow. So still looking good. I think I can get rid of a couple police stations here. Okay, crime went up a little bit, but still really low. So yeah, pollution has been a consistently low complaint now, although traffic occasionally will appear at a low percent. So not bad. Wow, 87%. That's the highest I've ever seen. We hadn't even lowered taxes to 0% either. finally, at 932K, this is now the largest city that I've ever built, and unlike the last city when I hit 931, we have a lot more space still, so we're still on good track to reach a million. Everything's going pretty smooth, and oh wow, housing costs went back up. I guess because we're developing some higher land value area now for residential zones, as opposed to all the really low land value we were developing earlier. Lower taxes to 1%. 87% again. We're very close to 1 million now. Alright, we just hit 1 million, I'm pretty sure. And notice the score actually kind of glitched. It gives a little 2 instead of the, you know, in the 100,000s place, it puts a 2. What does it say in the voice? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it doesn't display correctly that I have 1 million. Well, I guess we have 1,120,080 now. That's what we have. So yeah, it just doesn't go over 999,999, I guess. So yeah, we did hit it, and we still have a lot of space left, a decent amount. So I don't know how high we'll be able to go, but well, we still got a good chunk of the center left, which should be some pretty easy land to develop, you know, with higher land value. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going and see how high we can go. But yeah, we did hit 1 million, quite an amazing milestone. No cheats at all either, just a lot of time and patience. Nice, got us a seat top there. See if I can get another R-top here, since I wasn't going to be able to squeeze in another zone anyway. Might as well go for it. I mean, C-top. Oh wow, the score really got weird. It turned into some kind of key thing. I really don't think the developers intended you to get this high of a population. So we now have an additional 100,000 added to our million. So that's 1,100,000, and we still have room to grow. So yeah, this is pretty crazy, and our approval rate is still pretty good. Like not really any major problems going on with our city. And this last land that we do have to develop is really easy to develop. You know, it's high land value, so it's pretty good. Oh, nice. That worked out. Sweet. Wow, pollution down to 5%. That's crazy. It's been a while since I've seen that. Oh, finally got a landfill offer for actually running out of land. The other ones that we got earlier were for our population benchmarks, but we got those a long time ago. Unemployment actually is a slight issue. I guess because I have way more residential zones than commercial or industrial at this point. Unemployment 6%, that's not too bad really. Alright, this is the last donut, finally getting it completed. Oh, I think I messed up valid destination for this zone here because it's using this rail now. That's an easy fix though. I can just change this to a power line and then it should use this rail and go to this commercial zone. Okay, unemployment is no longer an issue. Housing costs always is a complaint. But it's really not bad, just 14%. Sadly, I don't really know how I could get another zone in here, so I guess we'll just put some parks. You can see trying to manipulate the land value here to get these commercials all the way up to max level 5 can be quite a tedious process, but it's doable a lot of times. Okay, there we go, I got it. Alright, there's just another landfill. Figure I'd go ahead and replace the rest of this land with parks that we have. We are almost there, y'all. Definitely about to hit 1.2 million. It's inevitable. I'm interested to see what happens with the icon when that does with the population. Still got a really good approval score, 78%. Okay, so it looks like when you hit 1,200,000, it changes to a C. Interesting. Okay, we're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. This is all there is. Okay, there's one more landfill. So not sure where to put it that I could get a C top or R top. This is a tempting spot, but I think when I place one here, the land value of this is going to go down. However, I could temporarily make this in the park, make some of these in the parks or something. So I might be able to manipulate it to get it to still work. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Another C-top up there. I think with these last two landfills, I'm going to try to make an island here. We'll see how this works. I probably should do one at a time. Nah, I don't think it'll matter because both of them will be equally surrounded by water. I think it should be okay. When I do this, I'm just making sure that the ship has a way. I'm creating the path for the ship. I have a whole video over that. It's really, really cool that you can actually create paths for the ships to go so that they don't get stuck and stuff. Oh, would you look at that? The ship goes right around it just very nicely. brownouts, build another power plant. I was not expecting to have to do that. Okay, everybody has power right now, I think. But if I add any more, they're gonna be out of power. So, wow. 7 power plants was not enough. But, I mean, we do have over 1.2 million people, so, and 1,650 zones. So, wow, that means I'm going to have to use this really high land value area to actually make, to zone stack another power plant in, I guess. Well, that sucks. Power plant. Wow, really good approval rating. Here at the end, 83%. Housing costs down to 11. Pollution's not high. Still have plenty of money. I wonder how high we can get our approval rating if we lower the tax rate to 0%. Well, even with no taxes, the approval rating is not really any better. Around the same. Raise taxes back to 2% and see if it's okay, actually. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a residential zone, a high residential zone, take that long, but wow, got it at least. Nice, one final R-top, even though we're gonna end up making it ugly by cutting it in half. This is it, the last zones. Alright, y'all. That is it. Wow. That is my last zone developing. I can't believe it's finally over. I know I have over 60 hours in this city. Maybe close to 70, I'm not sure. But definitely over 60. And we developed everything. So 2416, so 516 years, in-game years to fully max out this city. But wow, we have 1,265,920. So 1.26 million, over 1.26 million. And we still have a decent approval rate. It's been fluctuating between like 65 and 82%. just it's kind of random. So, but we have a pretty good score. Not really much of a complaint. Housing costs even under 20%. Unemployment, I feel like I added quite a few commercial zones there at the end, but unemployment, they were still kind of complaining about that, but not very much. But maybe that's because industry just got so far behind. I'm actually not really sure. There's still so much to learn about this game. But yeah, we still have a good approval rate in our total here. We have, yeah, 1,675 zones developed. 1 school, 2 hospitals. So we did leave some, you know, not much. And yeah, we developed pretty much everything. 7% park area. And I did use the roads. Having the roads actually in little pieces like I did for valid destinations actually will help with the pollution. It actually lowers the pollution. If you notice, I got my pollution very low if you kind of watch through the video. If you didn't skip to the end, if you actually watched through the video, earlier on my pollution was about to the halfway mark, and then it lowered a lot as I added those roads just here and there. So that actually does make a difference because the game goes off your average pollution, not your cumulative pollution. It's kind of weird. But yeah, land value really good. We kept our land value pretty high by doing the strategy that I did, which was very slow but very, very efficient. And you can see the comprehensive here. So yeah, we got over 1,600 zones on map 492 here. Good power grid. Our road and rail system, yeah, this is a mess. The thing about this game, if you really want to get a super high population, you can't just connect everything like in a nice connected fashion. You have to just do it crazy like I did here, you know. And there are people who are way better at this. Like I know they use cheats and stuff, but like theoretically I think you can even get it like over 2 million with cheats, but I don't even know. I don't understand all that. But without any cheats at all and without the debug menu, we did manage to get over 1.2 million, which is pretty amazing. And yeah, I don't understand how they're saying that I have positive growth and negative growth in areas, because like a lot of my zones are just locked in. This zone right here keeps fluctuating, but it's actually maxed right now, but it's one that I've noticed been fluctuating. So really, I think I probably could reach 1.3 million. I really think I could, but I would have to rezone the area that I started at, because the area that I started at, and notice the pollution here, the average pollution when I added the traffic actually lowered because it kind of stretched the pollution out. When I only had the industrial zones and the seaport and the airport, the average pollution was higher, you know. So yeah, that's something interesting you may not have known about. Crime is extremely low, land value high, and we have pretty good police and fire coverage. Like the fire coverage almost covers the whole city. It definitely covers all of my gifts. So, because we want to try to protect our gifts if a disaster were to happen. Speaking of disasters, we didn't have very many. We did have, not until the very end, it was, well, I wouldn't say the very end, but like until after 2200, randomly we had a deluge and then a fire, which were actually kind of close together. We had a shipwreck in 1931, but that was kind of my fault. And then we don't talk about the plane crash. But yeah, well, I think, yeah, tax rate 2%. Wow, we're getting $9,000 a year with just a 2% tax rate, and they do not mind about it at all. So, yeah, for most of the beginning of the city, we kept our taxes around 5 or 6%, I think. 7 starting out. And I'm just to kind of show you the city here. The part where I started is very beautiful. Like, it's the most beautiful part of the city because you have all the C and R tops. However, this is not the most efficient way. But when you're starting out, you don't really have the money to do all the zone stacking and stuff. So, you know, I just kept the tops the way I did it. But if I really wanted to get a higher population, I could completely redo this area. And look at how I did with the commercial zones here. Like at the beginning here, I was actually able to get them up to level 4 and 5. But when we got up here, it was really getting difficult. And like this one, no matter what I did, I couldn't get it up to level 4. And that's when I changed my strategy. And that actually was better. It was actually better to change the strategy here and get the R4s maxed, because if I did like I did here and locked them in with a piece of rail or a power line or something, they couldn't fluctuate. And you know, an R4 has the same population as a C5. And notice most of my commercials here were just 4s. So I really did not do the best that I could have done. I really think 1.3 million or over is possible. I think the population counter completely bugs out somewhere after 1.3 million, though. I read something about it. I don't really understand it. Like, I've never actually seen this before, like with the C, but apparently the C means 1.2 million and then 66,000 after that. But yeah, it's well, yeah, this is not the prettiest. Like, this really is not the prettiest, but look at how many zones we have crammed in here. And we also got the parks because of the way I did it. It's very efficient. It's ugly, but it's efficient. And yeah, and just another thing here, like regarding what I was talking about, if you just go by the spaces, let's say how many spaces it takes me to get 4 residential zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 spaces to get 4 residential zones in. Let's say how many spaces it took me to get commercial zones, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 spaces to get 4 commercial zones. And notice we have a C4, which has less population than R4. Just, you know, it was just something like, as I did this, I monitored and adjusted as I went. That's kind of how I am as a teacher, though. Like, as a teacher, I have to constantly monitor and adjust because you never know, things constantly change and this zone's fluctuating. But yeah, you just kind of realize, I might want to tweak what I'm doing here a little bit. And yeah, this I actually learned a lot as I did this, which is kind of crazy because I had learned so much before doing this from the city that I streamed, that I got up to 730k, which was my record before the 930k, and then I did the 930k as a video. And every time I was playing around, I learned more and more. So yeah, and there's probably a lot more to learn with this game. However, I think that is enough, and I do appreciate y'all giving me a part of your time. And if you did watch this video all the way to the end, wow, you are amazing. I really, really appreciate it. And please consider subscribing if you do like SimCity content. If this video gets enough views, perhaps I'll consider doing more. I actually thought of doing a tips and tricks, a short tips and tricks video, hopefully 10 to 20 minutes, that would explain all the strategies in better detail and how you can really maximize your population and easily surpass the Megalopolis level. But we'll see how y'all enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a lot of work, oh my heavens, so much work to do. But I did have a lot of fun doing it, although I am kind of burnt out now. But I do love this game, but man, so many hours at once into one city is a lot. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching, and thank you so much. Bless you, and have an awesome day, and stay awesome. Peace.